What is happening is that housing, who are the landlords, are not social care trained, are not mental health trained, have the onus of the problem because it's their property. So they are sort of put in the position of reaching out to social services, reaching out to mental health services, and being told there's nothing there, and undertaking this process themselves. What we know is that that statutory services particularly are looking at this in a cost way. So it costs this to help a person who hoards. But what we know is that it actually costs much more not to help them. I was in court once, and this woman had taken her space down from a level 9 to a level 7. It was still dire. The judge would not listen to me. We do not have the time, miss, to undertake a item by item removal of things. There's been cuts to social care, cuts to this. I'm standing next to 3 lawyers. Can you show me a pound that has been spent on help? Not one. And not a single pound in that entire intervention, which took place over 5 years. They sectioned her wrong. The minute I walked in, they let her go. Yeah. They bullied her, they forcibly moved her, they ripped out everything in her house and left things undone, so she still doesn't have heat. It's such an awful thing. And tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds on that. We don't, as an organizational, blame social care or mental health services or environmental health. What we're trying to do is say, let's do this differently. We understand the reality of you cannot have a fire hazard. You cannot have a house full of newspapers in your patch, yeah? But how we're doing that, that's the bit that matters. If we look at the fact that the person is not cleaning their own house because of the psychological distress, if we look at the inability to throw things away or the compulsive acquisition as a dysfunctional coping mechanism, then what our aspirational aim is to help a person move away from this dysfunctional coping mechanism into something that is better for them, as we would want with anyone. Yeah, so if the outcome is that the house is being maintained in a better way for them without as much distress and without as much, we do want a person to be independent and working, on the adult tasks of maintaining a home. But to us, it's much more about the why, because when we answer the question or help the person to get to an understanding, that's where the change comes. This person can probably tidy up your house better than you. It's not about that.